competition. We have Cathedral College versus Rockhampton Grammar. If we can all get behind these girls, what a great season they've had so far. Get behind them in the crowd and make this really special. Love girls.
Good evening, folks. Welcome down to the Open A Girls Grand Final between the Cathedral College and the Rockhampton Grammar School. As you can see, our ladies are certainly preparing for a big game here as we go through our list of players. Looking at our sheet here this evening. A bit of inside information. I do believe it's a Rockhampton Grammar School first ever grand final, Open Women Grand Final. So here we go. Buckle up. Kicks underway by Kyra Kent. And we're into it. Coming in with a big run. Met with a strong defence by Ophelia Chippendale. Has come back with a great reply by Rachel Oakley into the 40-metre line for TCC with a penalty for a bit of a high shot. Here they go. What can they do? Quick tap by Josie Wogan. Steals about 10 to 15 metres. As we just see TCC now banking on the pressure coming into Rockhampton Grammar's half as they're getting back-to-back penalties here, folks. What can they do? They opt for a quick tap by Josie Wogan, given to Tilly. I tell you, Matilda Clark, a.k.a. Tilly. Matilda Clark also played a bit of rep footy this year for the Capricornia school region. Also made the CQ Capras under-17s team. As they go for a third penalty set, marching them down with a big run by Rachel Oakley. Bit of background on Rachel Oakley, also made the Queensland under-17 outback team. So well done. Bit of a star-starter lineup here in TCC. As TCC punches it back to Matilda Clark in the middle with the short ball given to Rachel Oakley. Rachel Oakley settles it up a couple of metres out. Fires it down to Maddie Johnson with the long ball. Over to our number 2. I'll just clarify that name for you. Try time to Millie Price, Queensland touch player. There you go. Millie Price crosses over in our Open A grand final here with a great 4-pointer, as we see in the City Walks motor in replay. Great shift to the right-hand edge of another quick ruck by Rachel Oakley in. Quick shift by our 7, Maddie Johnson. Fires a long ball straight into the hands of Millie Price, which crosses over for a 4-pointer. Score remains 4 points to 0 to TCC. A bit of a blockbuster start here for TCC here this evening. As we can see, young Josie Wogan going through her processes for our conversion here this evening. She comes in, strikes it. Unlucky. The flags go wave to wave. Score remains 4 points to 0 to TCC. I'm also joined by Mr. Doyle down here. He's got his hands full here at the moment. As you can see, as I go through some of the plays here, there's a bit of star-starter lineup here, folks. Looking at Rockhampton Grammar, our number 9, Evan Sullivan, played captors this year. Also made the Queensland 17-18 years girl in the rugby sevens this year. So keep an eye out her. Keep an eye on her, Evan Sullivan. And also Kyra Kent, captain, and also Capras. She also made the Capras under 17s team this year. So here we go. Kick off by Kyra Kent into a couple of sets here with Matilda Clark just taking it over the 50 metre mark or 50 line halfway. What can TCC do? Come to the right edge with a bit of an unders ball to Rachel Oakley as Rachel takes on the defence of Rockhampton Grammar. They've gone to the left. Here we go. Faumu. Faumu gives it out to, I think that's Charlotte McLean with some bit of pressure by Rockhampton Grammar. And our referee here tonight has ruled that a bit of a knock-on. So here we go. What can the Rockhampton Grammar do here, folks? Buckling in. Here we go. Getting a nice run there. Who we got there, sir? Mr. Doyle?
That's our front rower there. So that's young Charlie Perkins.
Charlie Perkins was also on the back end of that. We have Colour coming in. Mate, I'll tell you what, Colour was certainly strong in our local league grand final here during the weekend.
Yeah, young.
Here they go.
So the lock there, young Alice Kelquist. So very strong run.
Absolutely, Kelquist.
Kelquist. And then fought in the play the ball and got the penalty. So
yeah, I'll tell you what, she's been certainly really strong for
there she goes again.
Rockhampton Grammar over this season here in the school league. As we see, great little run out or great little dart coming out from Evan Sullivan. Sullivan out to Kyra Kent. Kyra Kent on to Chippendale. Chippendale with a great line running in. Certainly Ophelia Chippendale from up in far north Queensland. Here we go, on to Emelina Ingwai.
Young Ophelia, mate, she could be anything.
Absolutely. Same with young Emelina.
Yeah.
I tell you what, here they go. Into our number 8.
Young
Charlie Perkins. Here we go. Great run by Charlie Perkins.
Evan Sullivan.
Sullivan on to Kent. Kent with the kick. Chippendale. Just a bit of a
knock-on, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it's a bit of a knock-on.
There was a hand in there
say,
the ball.
Some creative footy here by Rockhampton Grammar.
I tell you what, it was a good kick too, wasn't it? So put them under pressure. Unfortunately, young Ophelia just got a hand on that.
So we're back in.
Great tackle. So they've
great
turned the
defense.
ball over. Young Kelquist again.
Kelquist certainly putting a mark on this grand final as a great reply here by Rockhampton Grammar. Into Colour.
Colour. Young Alex, isn't she?
Young Alex Colour.
And a high shot.
A bit of a high shot there.
So they're just building pressure at the moment, aren't they?
A bit of an appeal to the referee by Josie Wogan. Unfortunately, the referee said it was a little bit too high. Here
Here's
comes
Ophelia.
Chippendale. Chippendale.
Strong, right.
Wow, some strong carries coming in by Chippendale. Centimetres away from the try line.
That was a 50-50 too, wasn't it?
Oh,
so
hang on, mate.
ball,
Hang on here.
Yeah,
let's have a look at this referee. Sorry, Blake. Sorry, Doily. Like, I tell you what, there was I think it's a bit of a professional foul here, folks.
Yeah, so she's in the bin.
And the referee sent her to the bin.
Player, please come to the other side of the field. Just come around the field.
So we just have a bit of a halt to the game.
I think at the 20, because it's 20-minute halves, it might be a 5-minute.
So it's a 5-minute, that's correct, sir. So here we go. Calquist.
Oh, strong run.
Strong run. Can they get over Rockhampton Grammar? What can they do? Come back to Chippendale.
Oh,
strong defence met by Chippendale.
And she's lost the ball.
And Rachel Oakley. Wow, I tell you what, Chippendale and Rachel Oakley will be having a blockbuster of a game here tonight.
Two Titans combined.
Mate, two Titans, all right. I tell you what, I've coached both girls before.
Yep.
And, like I said, these two girls, both on and off the field, have given 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mate,
good talents, aren't they? So.
Certainly. I had the pleasure of taking Rachel Oakley down to the Capricornia school trials this year.
Yeah, wonderful.
And she done extremely well on the back end of Queensland country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go. Here we go.
They're a little bit shell-shocked at the moment, aren't
they? They are. They're going a bit of a,
a bit of arm wrestle, isn't it?
Arm wrestle here, as we can see Alexis Bushkowski with that ruck leading into our number 12, Charlotte McLean. Charlotte McLean now gives into Macy Evans.
The marker's got to work here.
Sorry,
they're
not
trying
Macy
to dominate
Evans.
down through the middle,
Macy
aren't they?
Brown. Macy Brown. My corrections on that there, folks.
They're playing down the centre
Out to
third,
Brown.
aren't
Brown playing in that number 15
tackle.
jersey. Great tackle by Rockhampton Grammar. Chippendale gives it back to Maddie Johnson. Maddie Johnson puts up a high ball into Emelina. Emelina, super safe hands with the strong carry coming back.
I'll tell you what, with another year at this level, I think young Emelina, mate, she could be dangerous, you know what I mean?
Oh, I think so, mate. Like, as she progresses through the system as well,
yeah,
and understands the game a bit more, the maturity of that game will come out.
I think it's all
that
and
development
confidence
come through,
too, isn't it? So, a lot of it comes down to confidence, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, certainly. As you can see in the background, folks, the crowd has certainly built up into this game here as we go in. Colour comes in. Strong carry into Charlotte McLean.
It's a big don't argue, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Don't argue. Here we go. What can they do? Kyra Kent sends Calquist back on that inside. As as Grammar now crosses over the 40-metre mark. Here they go. They take their chances on that short side. What can they do? Grammar is tackled 30 metres out from their try line. Here they go. Kyra Kent into Colour. Colour now takes it in with a strong carry back into the TCC defence. What can they do on the fifth and last here, Doily?
Oh, so they've got the numbers stacked out to the left here. Just if they can get it out, put some pressure on this kick. They're storming through in numbers. She's tapped it back. Could be dangerous here. And it's a try time.
Wow, Doily.
The bouncing
ball. Here we go, folks. Like I said, try time goes out to Rockhampton Grammar.
Strap in. This is
Cocoa Brew replay. As we see Kyra Kent swooping in for that 4-pointer on the back end of a great kick.
Around that kick, there was 2 TCC girls and there were 6 Grammar girls,
Yeah,
so
that's it, getting numbers around the ball.
Flooding through with numbers, weren't they? So.
Yeah, certainly. I tell you what, now Grammar, like that passage of play coming in, all come through that back-to-back set by Chippendale in the middle.
Oh, definitely.
And then Kyra Kent then taking the chances down that right-hand
Calquist,
short
strong
side,
carries as well, wasn't it? So
which then kind of offered that short compression in defence, which then they, took the opportunity to put the high ball in and, bagged a 4-pointer.
I tell you what, their big guns are stepping up at the moment, aren't they, from both sides?
Absolutely.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen for the rest of this half. But It looks like it's going to be about to be 6-4, hopefully with the kick.
Oh, he's
Oh,
baking
no, put the mock on.
Dooley, oh, come on, boy. You can't be doing
I'm
this.
backing her in. I've seen her in practice.
Here we go. She comes in. Strikes it.
Oh, no.
The
commentator's curse.
The commentator's curse. Doyley, I don't know. Cocoa Brew replay. Has a look. Kyra Kent puts it nice and high. Comes in, getting numbers around the ball, folks. And then swooping in our number 6, Marnie Whitehead.
Yeah, young Marnie Whitehead scores that try.
Marnie Whitehead scores that try. So forgive me there, folks. I did say Kyra Kent, but Kyra's number
up,
7.
didn't she? Yeah,
she was the one that put the kick up. And then Marnie Whitehead swoops in.
And then I put the commentator's curse on the kicker.
And then the commentators. Oh, mate. Doyle, come on, mate. Come on. Let's keep it real here, folks.
So it's 4-all. So
I'm getting excited because we're minutes away from State of Origin as well. And we've got a blockbuster grand final down here at Rugby Park between TCC Opens and Rockhampton Grammar. They've been 2 strong teams throughout the Rockhampton Secondary School competition here.
Tell you what, neither are give an inch here at the moment, are they?
No, absolutely not. As we see Colour taking on the ball, getting tackled on the 30-metre line, coming in.
Oh, great contact. That's the 15 from
16.
So
it's the 16?
Young Grace.
Or Hattie Dingle.
Yeah, so... 15 was Remy Saunders and Gwen Waters.
Okay.
Great contact.
Here we go.
Oh, a bit of a
high shot there. The referee doesn't see it that way. Here we go, folks, on the 40-metre line. Down to this left-hand edge, Kyra Kent
she had the
has
numbers.
seen the numbers. Now it's given back to Sullivan. Sullivan now has... taken on. Sorry, that was Whitehead. Whitehead giving that ball on to Sullivan. And now Kyra's got the ball. So Kyra's now kicked it down with some strong chase by Colour. What can they do?
Emelina got her there.
Emelina.
Ingwe.
Ingwe, righto. So some of Emelina's family comes from all the way from Boogoo Island. So some of the routes going right back to the top of Western Torres Strait.
Yeah.
And as we can see, here we go. What can we do? Charlotte McLean. Here it is in the middle. She's also played some great football for the Central Queensland Capras, also making the Queensland under-17 team through that system. So certainly some star-sided players in this TCC lineup. Now we have Goshi Wogan back in from the bin. Out to Maddie Johnson. I tell you what, you give her a bit of an inch, you can go. Into Macy Brown. Macy Brown gives it on to Matilda Clark into Charlotte McLean. Charlotte McLean now plays it on the 30-metre line. As we can see, the pressure building up for TCC.
They've got numbers left if they look
Moana
up.
Fomu gives it on to Alexis Bushkowski, which then gets a penalty on the back end of that particular set.
Another high shot.
I think it's the 4th tackle.
Yeah, 4th tackles, and that's back-to-back
Here
penalties
they go.
as well. So.
Back-to-back. He's...
Young Bukowski.
Bushkowski. Here it is. Wogan. Wogan on to Macy Brown, playing a bit of tip-on football or push-up. A bit of tip-on football. Unfortunately, that pass has gone forward.
Pressure valve released there, isn't it? So... Grammar did well defensively, so back-to-back sets they had to defend, so hopefully got the energy to come off their line. So some really strong defence coming in from the TCC Open girls.
Awesome. As we can see, what can Rockhampton Grammar do here in this grand final, 2025 grand final?
Great carry, great tackle.
Great carry, great tackle. We're trying to see the numbers on our players there. Was that Kilquest?
Yeah, it looked like Calquest from here, yeah.
Calquest, sorry.
No, you're right. Obviously, they're number 4 there. So, young Amelia Johnson, strong carry.
Johnson.
They looked
long ball.
Oh, risky on your own line, isn't it?
That's it. I think
risk versus reward, isn't
Coach
it?
Coach Carpenter be biting at the bits as they take their chances in their own half. With
Evan Sullivan.
Yeah, great little run out by Evan Sullivan. Here they go. Kyra Kent. Certainly a bit of a boot. Rugby union boot, rugby union background as well as rugby league.
Oh, good run here from the fullback. Oh, she lost that ball, but obviously didn't see it.
Didn't see that. Great tackle by Whitehead. Whitehead goes back to back with Chippendale storming in. Well, I tell you what, you don't want to be on the back end of a Chippendale special. Here they go. What can Matilda Clark do? With the short run into Wogan.
They got numbers here.
Sees Maddie Johnson. Maddie Johnson sees this gap or a bit of space on that right-hand edge.
She's accelerated too, didn't she?
Absolutely.
There.
Changes gears, puts on the afterburners. But now we've gone into Matilda Clark. I tell you what, Matilda Clark's been certainly busy.
Last tackle here.
What can they do? Long ball. Great vision out of Maddie Johnson. Unfortunately.
Forward pass.
Doyley, what's your take on that?
Well, they had them stripped for numbers too, didn't they? So, really good vision there. She looked up, seen the numbers, lobbed the ball, but unfortunately the ball's travelled forward. So, another pressure valve release there for Rockhampton Grammar girls.
I tell you what, they've done really well to hold TCC out on this.
2 minutes left, so...
2 minutes left. The score is 4-all in this Open A Grand Final. Yeah. As we mentioned at the start,
Colour, yeah. So, strong run from Colour again.
Absolutely.
Here she is, charging forward.
We mentioned at the start, folks, it's going to be a blockbuster of a game, and it certainly lived up to its reputation.
Laura Kent, little show and go there. So looking for some tired defenders around that ruck. So what can they do? They need to finish off their set well here. Alex Colour.
Alex Colour has been
offload to Alice Kelquist. Look up, girls.
Here they go. They're going for a one-on-one strip.
And it's come off too.
And it's come off.
Heidi Sylvester's come up with the goods. She'd have a point to prove. She was at Rockhampton Grammar School last year. So.
Oh, well, there you go. Bit of a point to prove. Some strong defence by Chippendale in the middle on Josie Wogan. A bit of a bell ring.
Colour
coming in on Charlotte McLean.
They got numbers.
Fayumi gives it out. They've certainly found the short side on that. And we'll get numbers for you there, folks.
So that's young Ellie Goodwin crossing over in the corner.
Ellie Goodwin, some great ball movement as we go to City Walks motoring replay. Replay onto Fayumi, onto Brown. Brown fires a long ball out to our young lady.
Ellie Goodwin, yeah.
Ellie Goodwin.
And I think it was set up to play before. They got a really quick play the ball from one of their big forwards carrying the ball forward. It sucked in those defenders on the left edge there, and then they had the numbers and the vision.
It's created that space.
Yeah, definitely.
Over on the left-hand edge. Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, and that's sort of a coach killer, 1 minute out from half time. You'd be happy to go in at 4-all at the moment. So, unfortunately, they're going to go in probably 10 points to 4.
And Doyley, as we watch this match too, mate, like in the background there, you can hear the hooter go there, folks, as Josie Wogan steps up to the mark.
She's going to kick it.
Oh, mate, you've now put the commentator's curse on. Folks, I'm going to go back to our viewers here tonight on, you think she's going to get it in, mate. Like, I'm calling the commentator's curse. Doyley, I'm not saying nothing, mate, until the flags go up. Here they go. She moves in, strikes it beautifully.
50-50.
Mate, I tell you what, you're 50-50 going into this half time. Folks, as we kind of seen, some great piece of footy. I do want to do a quick shout out going out to our sponsors here tonight, Rockhampton Leagues Club, also Cocoa Brew, and not to forget City Walks Motoring. They've been sponsors for a number of years here, part of our school rugby league system throughout the year. So massive shout out going out to our sponsors, and as I mentioned before, it's a blockbuster of a game. Not much into this game. Hey, Doyley.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting what the coaches have to say at half time. Like you're saying, it's really tight. It could go either way at the moment. So
yeah,
I think it's really important to start this second half really well for both teams.
Yeah, that's exactly right, mate. As we see two experienced coaches as well, Vicky Carpenter and also Damon Moore, laying the law down to both teams. as we can see. I wonder what this second half's going to bring. We're going to take a small break, folks, and then we'll be right back with our second half action of our 11 and 12 A Grand Final.
Hi, this is John Tapp, and when you're in Rockhampton for the races, Cocoa Brew is your one-stop shop. With a wide range of craft beers and cocktails, the restaurant has a succulent menu and the best steaks in town. The boardroom and whiskey lounge will cater for your private function. Accommodation, they've got you covered with boutique apartments on site at a 4.5-star rating. And for coffee and food on the run, head straight to Cocoa Brew Express. When next in town, let the crew from Cocoa Brew look after you.
Of Farnworth, Herbie! Oh, what a shot, Bostock! Katoa, held beautifully! Oh, that is just brilliant! Kicking for Bostock! Yeah! What a try, Jack Bostock! The crowd wants him to take off. He does take off. Just sit back and enjoy this wonderful sight.
There's something for everyone at the Rockhampton Leagues Club. Enjoy a coffee and cake in our cafe, and the children will love our new kids club. Our renovated venue offers a great dining experience for the whole family. Come in and enjoy the all-new Rockhampton Leagues Club.
I just have to go down my phone. Good? Dad, get out!
G'day, folks. Just joining us back here live online as we see the two teams take precedent here on centre stage at Rugby Park. Current score 10 points to 4 as we kickstart our second half here in the Open 11-12A Grand Final.
I tell you what, the first 5 minutes is going to be very crucial here, isn't it?
Absolutely. Mate, she's been super strong in this first half, Colour.
Yeah, I tell you what, wouldn't you love some, just a bit more weight on the bones, you know what I mean? Like, she'd do some damage, wouldn't she?
Here they go. As we see the crowd starting to roar up here in this A Grand Final.
Oh, no.
Kalquist puts it behind her. What can TCC do here? They've got a great opportunity. 30 metres out. Ball given to Charlotte McLean. McLean now plays it. Can she get that play the ball? Josie Wogan into Macy Brown. Macy Brown with that short burst back in. Bit of a wedge play. Back in behind the ruck. Wogan out to Faumu. Faumu gives it out to
knock on there.
Kayla Vella. Unfortunately, a bit of a knock on. Going through this TCC lineup, Kayla Vella, the fullback, Australian touch player, Capra's under 17s. Yeah. Then I'll look down. I'll go to Mayana Fumu, Queensland touch player, Capra's under 19s. Also played some great footy this year. Certainly a star-started lineup. Here we go.
And you got young Wogan too, so
Young
she had a BMD debut on the weekend.
BMD debut on the weekend. Gives it into Chippendale. Chippendale has been certainly strong throughout this first half. Into Kyra Kent. Kyra Kent now delivers that ball out to Colour. Colour now, great piece of hands. Unfortunately,
down at the feet. So
down at the feet on that last pass.
Hits the chest, could have been a different story.
Yeah, different story. She would have seen the try line and open up the floodgates, and, the horses bolted down that short side. But here we go.
It's a Big 10.
It's a Big 10. 14. As we see that...
Gwen Waters there. Good strong carry, wasn't it? So...
Felicity Barron, sorry, mate.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Felicity Barron. Then into that 9, Wogan. Wogan now gives it into our 20.
Great
Millie
tackle.
Walker, or Miley Walker.
Grace Kelquist. Alice Kelquist all over her.
Walker onto McLean. McLean now gets tackled right on the H post. 10 metres out. Here we go. Yeah. What can we do? Eyes up football. We're on. Johnson. Johnson is heavily met by a Rockhampton Grammar defence by Chippendale. Into Wogan. Wogan fires out a long ball, which is then recovered by...
Knock on by Rockhampton Grammar School. The young
it's a knock
girl,
on.
Severa Gibson on there. So just a young lady there. So little bit foot taller. She probably takes that out of the air and runs.
So, young Gibson. She's also played a bit of rugby union.
Yeah, very much a rugby union. Also,
background?
Year 10 too, so she's going to have a few more years at this grade.
Well, there you go. Bit of experience. Here we go. What can they do? Walker fires that...
here comes the 15.
Here they come. Walker at the H post. Wogan out to Barron. Felicity. Oh, bit of a lifting tackle there. Unfortunately.
Will they take the 2?
Will they take the 2?
They don't look like
they don't want to, mate. They can smell a try coming on. Here they go. Back to our 20. Sorry, is it 20? Millie Walker. Millie Walker onto
14.
Barron. Barron's certainly been busy in the middle. Taken down by Chippendale. Chippendale and I'll get that number 8 there.
The 9's no short there. Well, no.
Referee's looking at
his
his
to the
touch line.
The hooker.
The hooker, Josie Wogan. Like I said, BMD debut, debutante, has crossed over. She's seen as we see on Cocoa Brew replay, Wogan catches the A defender right on the try line, throws the dummy and sees that there's a little opportunity taken on by 2 hands, crosses over for a 4-pointer.
Just that experience from that BMD, wouldn't it? So
that's exactly right.
You know, playing against those grown women, you know what I mean? So
absolutely, and half opportunities, mate, Doyle.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
you've got to learn to zig when you zag sometimes, you know
mate,
what I mean?
the zig with the zag, I like that. I like that, folks. Here she goes. Who's this?
Never in doubt.
Converts. Mate, I'll tell you what, she's converted her own try. And this end here without the commentator's curse. Well, folks, like I said, we're buckling in. State of Origin's minutes away from kicking off. And we're here with the absolute blockbuster. So, like I said, a bit of a pre-lead-up match. If you've down here at the 11 and 12 A Grand Final.
It's lovely weather at the moment, isn't it? Getting a bit cool.
Great night for football. The slight breeze, just to cool things down, and some great football action.
And Grandma has to be the next to score, I think, you know, just to put the pressure back on. They can't let the game get away from them at the moment. So
no, they're certainly in with all hopes here. 14 minutes to go, and anything can happen in the grand final.
Yeah, definitely. Strong defensive set here, and they'll be well on their way.
Kyra Kent kickstart play into Faumu. Faumu now hands that ball off to Matilda Clark. Matilda Clark takes it back to the 30-metre line. Quick play of the ball. Josie Wogans has taken that opportunity, seeing the sleeping marker. Josie Wogan now gets up for a quick play of the ball.
Effort.
Second effort by Kelquest. With a quick tap, Wogan down the centre of the field.
11,
taken.
Great shot.
Great tackle.
Willow.
Here we go, Vella. Vella onto Barron. Barron certainly missed by Chippendale on that
Childs
Chippendale
again.
special.
Good strong contact.
Brown. Here we go.
Oh, great shot.
Centre of the field.
Cut her in half there.
Brown onto Wogan. Wogan onto Faumu. Faumu onto Buskowski. Here we go. Can they hold him out here? Rockhampton Grammar, buckle up.
Watch the 9. Watch the 9. She's going to be sharp here.
Here we go. Out to Faumu. Faumu out to our 5. I'll just get that name for you. Try time goes to Ellie Goodwin as she bagged a double in the 2025 Grand Final.
Young Faumu just sized that up well, didn't she? She skipped on that little overs line, just got that defender to come in on her, and then dished off the footy, which is really well.
As she sees, she's playing a little bit wider off the ruck, which then kind of puts the defender into two minds, that A and B defender, where she can play direct or she can play out wider, which then she kind of seen her opportunities. And Ellie Goodwin was wide open, ready to go.
And poor Amelia Johnson, she was in two minds then, whether to come in on the 6 or stay out in their centre, and eventually put out that winger under pressure, and she had to make a decision too.
And this is a good call by Foom, keeping hips nice and straight, playing direct, which then created that opportunity on that left-hand side for Goodwin. Here we go. Do you not say anything, Mr. Doyle?
I'm backing her in again.
You're backing her in. Righto. Commentator's curse.
I reckon she's going to left up right.
Mate, I am not saying anything.
It and go
Here we go. Josie Wogan comes in, moves in, strikes it. Unfortunately,
didn't have the legs, but
mate, I tell you what,
aim.
she had the aim, direction, just a bit more power in those legs. And, mate, I think she might have used a bit of that power getting down and scoring a 4-pointer
definitely.
before.
A
lot of work there, absolutely. So, mate, while we've got this opportunity, like I said, just want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Cocoa Brew. Some awesome coffee, mate. I stopped through there myself.
Yeah, me
Cocoa
too.
Brew.
I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
Mate, I tell you what, some great stuff, that they produce.
Young Dolphin, the Dolphins also.
That's right, the NRL Dolphins. They're
going
great
well at the moment too, aren't
Central
they?
Queensland.
Going really well.
And also City Walks Motoring, been our and Rockhampton Leagues Club, been a great sponsor of the RDSSL RL Rugby League for many years. Here we go. Faumu gets the ball onto Brown in the centre of the field, met with strong defence by Chippendale and partner. I'm just trying to get her number here,
Willow
folks.
Childs, number 11.
Willow Childs, number 11. Here we go. Back onto Rachel Oakley. She's back on the scene. Now, Rachel Oakley, young
a bit, wasn't she?
up-and-coming player from out of Woorabinda.
Okay.
There you go. Down the short side, she's seen a great opportunity, Maddie Johnson. Unfortunately,
lost the ball there. So
yeah, unfortunately, Heidi Sylvester just couldn't capitalise on that pass down that short edge.
So here we go. They need to score this
Here we go. What can they do? TCC is ready in defence. Here comes Kelquist. Kelquist has been super strong for Rockhampton Grammar as she takes it forward, gaining 10 metres onto Colour. She banks another 10 metres on top there. They've worked their way down to the 30 metres. They're 30 metres away from the try line. Here we go, folks. Into
Alice Kelquist again.
Kelquist again. Here comes Alice, mate. Alice been super busy, double up and on a couple of runs here.
Great tackle by Oakley.
Mate, they're going to go to Kent. Kyra Kent, what can they do?
Out the back to Ingway.
Out the back to Ingway. Ingway,
wasn't
the pass is gone.
Here she
back.
goes.
Here she goes. She's put on the afterburners. Oh, great run by Ingway.
Under pressure
as she comes in. What can she do? Back out to Kyra. Kyra Kent is met up with some quick defence. 5 and last. Rockhampton Grammar, what can they do? They've gone back out. They're spreading the ball to the left-hand edge.
Willow Childs,
what can you do? Can she keep the ball alive? Unlucky.
Yeah.
She's met up with some scrambling defence by TCC.
They had a four-person overlap on the left there, didn't they? To just get the ball away.
Certainly, Doyley.
Just need to look up, and then unfortunately the defence was on her as soon as she caught the ball as well. So.
Yeah, so that was really, some scrambling defence off the line. Bit of a Chippendale. I'll tell you what, mate. Wow. Kelquist and Chippendale have been putting on some strong hits throughout the whole day, throughout the whole evening. Here we go. TCC, she's lost that.
Yeah.
The referee has been all over it all day, all night here tonight. Heidi Sylvester, unlucky. Great opportunity, though, for Rockhampton Grammar, as we see
Kelquist playing the ball.
Playing the ball.
Sullivan.
Here comes Chippendale. They're fighting Chippendale.
Tell you what, I wouldn't mind Sullivan pick this ball up and have a go. You know what I mean? Just keep them honest. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Whitehead. Whitehead into
Willow Childs.
Childs.
She's been busy this second half.
Certainly. Here they go.
Terrible ball, but she's picked it up off her feet.
Great ball skills.
Alice going forward.
Here comes Kelquist.
Yeah,
a bit of a high tackle there, folks. She's tapped with a quick tap.
I think they've got to go to Chippendale here.
They've got to go to Chippendale, or they've got to come out a bit wider here, Doyley. Here they come.
She's got the
Kyra.
ball on. So unfortunate there.
Unfortunately, a bit of pressure from Macy Brown onto Kyra Kent.
6 to go.
6 to go. Charlotte McLean. Don't give her an opportunity. She's got a clean set of heels. Here we go. What can they do? Onto Wogan. Wogan bounces out. Onto Vella. Vella then gives on to Heidi Sylvester. Here she goes. She's now put on the afterburners. Heidi Sylvester over 30-metre line. Taken down by Rockhampton Grammar. Great scrambling defence by Kyra Kent. Onto Faumu. Faumu now gives it away. Onto Wogan. Wogan onto Buszkowski. Alexis. Great ball push-up passing by TCC.
It was all set up by that break down the right-hand side by
Sylvester,
wasn't it? So then they're in 6 and 7s, and Wogan just too smart.
Certainly, Doyley, mate. You've hit the nail on the head on that one, mate. And, as we go to Cocoa Brew replay, here we go. Heidi Sylvester storming down that right-hand edge onto Faumu. Faumu then eyes up 40, gives it onto Wogan. Wogan with that bit of skilled dummies and goes to herself, which drags in 2-3 defenders, and releasing that ball onto Buszkowski. Alexis crosses over to complete the try. As you just watch the Cocoa Brew replay, mate, I'll tell you what, some great piece of skills there by TCC. Bit of catch and pass.
They still had a fair bit of work to do, and young Faumu did square up, didn't she? And offloaded
absolutely.
To Wogan.
Keeping the defence honest.
The ball in two hands is always going to be dangerous, especially with Wogan, with her experience. So do you come in on her? Do you stay off her? You know what I mean? So unfortunately, she drew the defenders in and then offloaded to Bukowski, who, you're not going to stop her from that close.
And as we go through, like I said, Alexis Buszkowski, under 17. She made Capra's under 17s. Made her BMD debut on the weekend. She's also from down Gladstone.
Okay.
So she's certainly come through the ranks. She's also played a bit of Capricornia rugby league.
It's just experience tonight's been the telling factor, isn't it? It's the difference between the two teams, isn't it? At the moment?
Certainly.
So just having that experience in that top level sort of tight flight rugby league is always going to hold you in good stead coming back to this level.
But never to give way, massive credits to Rockhampton Grammar.
They're still
Mate,
fighting,
I'll tell you what,
they're
fighting super hard. Here comes Matilda Clark, and she certainly met with some strong defence by Rockhampton Grammar. They're still in here. He goes, I'll get this number for you.
Colour.
What a shot by Rockhampton Grammar. I'm not too sure that number 8.
Good pressure from Marker.
Bit of a coach killer.
Young Oakley under pressure from that pass, wasn't it? So
yeah, that's it.
The dummy half was under pressure from Colour at Marker there, and unfortunately the pass was a bit errant there. So, we've had a change here. It was a knock on, but
so
we don't know what's this for.
Bit of a knock on, but I think the referee's got some word from the sideline. It may have been a high tackle or tackle without the ball, possibly. So are we not getting a marker? That's all right.
Should have been a penalty, so
look, folks, I'm not too sure on that ruling too much, but plays underway. Vella onto Rachel Oakley, the Warrabinda star. Here she goes. Wogan out to Johnson. Johnson with some...
and Chippendale cleaned up there.
Johnson with some hot stepping action there, folks. Here we go. On to Barron. Barron onto Heidi Sylvester, the speedster down that...
She's trying it back in.
Right edge. Here we go.
Oakley.
Rachel Oakley. Can she cross over here? She's certainly tough to stop.
Oh, close. Very close.
Great defence by Rockhampton Grammar. They go back to that short side. They see the numbers. Heidi Sylvester into the corner.
Had the numbers there too, didn't they? Had like a
That's exactly right. 3-on-1 situation there, Doyley.
I wonder who summed that up. I didn't see the player on the inside, but she looked up
I
and
think
counted
that
numbers.
was young Johnson, Maddie Johnson. She's certainly
the
live
9,
wire.
Wogan. No, it's the 9. Look at
the
look
9?
up.
Yeah, she's
young
looked up.
And great ball too, wasn't it?
Here comes to Johnson. Johnson then sums it up.
Yeah.
Righto, I can give it out to Heidi here. Heidi's got a great opportunity. Crosses over for a 4-pointer.
Just counted numbers well, didn't they?
That's exactly right.
Identified the threat down that short side, and the 9 combining with the 7 is always going to be difficult to defend.
Certainly. The mission gets a lot harder for Rockhampton Grammar here.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go. Unfortunately, it's
2 minutes to
bridge
go.
Too far, I think, at the moment. So, but they won't go down without a fight. So like you're saying, grand finals are grand finals. So you never give up. I'm going to back her in.
You're going to back her in here? Folks, like I said, just taking this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors. I'm not listening to Doyley, folks, but I do want to thank some of our sponsors. Rockhampton Leagues Club, Cocoa Brew, City Walks Motorin,
and Dolphins NRL,
RDSS RL sponsors.
Didn't have the legs again. Aim was perfect.
Mate, unfortunately, the commentator's curse has come about, Doyley.
I think I'm 50-50.
Look, great effort there by Josie.
Minute and a half to go in this final.
Minute and a half to go in this grand final. We'll see how we go here, folks. Like I said, certainly a tough gig here for Rockhampton Grammar, but they've certainly put up a strong fight here, folks.
Have they got...
Right, here we go. Kyra Kent to restart this play. Kyra Kent. Big kick. Straight down the centre. On to Charlotte. No, on to Rachel Oakley. You don't want to kick to the Warrabinda star. I tell you what, she's certainly hard to stop. Here she goes. Rachel Oakley onto Wogan. Wogan catching the defence off guard behind the ruck. Puts on the afterburners. Josie Wogan's away. 10 metres to go. Josie Wogan scores. Try time there, Doyley.
Yeah, she's had an outstanding game, hasn't she? So just dominated, just too smart at the moment. So identified another threat. Had seen someone with their back turn. That marker, they didn't square her up, and she just took off down the short side.
As you can see on Cocoa Brew replay, Jason Wogan scoops, catches off guard the two markers, then puts on the afterburners behind the A marker, and then it's all footwork and eyes up footy from here on in, folks. 10 metres out, she sniffs the goal line and crosses over for a 4-pointer.
I think she might be a shot at player of the match, I believe.
She may be a shot there.
She's had a great game. So
she's had a great shot.
I tell you who's also been really impressed me was young Macy Brown. Like early on, some really strong carries, found a front, played the ball quick, and they played off the back of it. So.
And in Rockhampton Grammar, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Calquist has been
strong, but I'll tell you what, Chippendale's been right off the back end of that.
Colour, you know what I mean?
Colour.
They're sort of another year, so they come back next year. So
yeah, absolutely.
As a learning curve, a bit of experience.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait to see them next year. You know what I mean?
Look, I tell you what, both coaches have done really well with both teams in order to get this far into the big dance. And commiseration to Nikki Carpenter and the Rockhampton Grammar School, but also congratulations going out to Damon Moore and the TCC in our Open A 11 and 12 grand final here. TCC walking away 34 points to 4 on the night of State of Origin, mate.
Here we go. Come on, Queensland. Surely you've got to play better than the game one.
So as we can see on Cocoa Brew replay, some great tries, highlights going through. Great ball out by Maddie Johnson onto, who was that young girl?
Number 2.
Number 2, Millie Price, and Millie Price crosses over. As you can see, great little kick from Kyra Kent, and with the missed opportunity, I believe that was a missed opportunity. Yeah. So Rockhampton Grammar certainly have. Here goes Chippendale again. Like I said, Chippendale has been certainly busy throughout the whole grand final with that professional foul called by the referee with the 10 minutes in the bin, or 5 minutes as they say. And like I said, there, as you can see, our two Titans come together between Rachel Oakley and Chippendale. And like I said, he's another young person, Emelina, been super busy for Rockhampton Grammar as well.
And this is their try, wasn't it?
Yeah, so, that's exactly right.
Bouncing ball, you never know your luck, so always push up with the footy. And
pushing up numbers around the ball, and Whitehead there, Doyley.
Yeah.
Whitehead capitalising on that try. And as we can see, Heidi
another
Sylvester.
forward pass there, yeah.
Was that a forward pass?
Yeah, so they called it back for a forward pass, that one.
And then Fayumi summing up the numbers. Brown onto a firing ball out to our number 5, Ellie Goodwin. Ellie Goodwin coming
for 2 tries, yeah.
For the 2 tries, yeah. Well, like I said, folks, there's just some of the highlights as we go through there, folks. We're just going to wrap it up here tonight. Hope you enjoyed our coverage here. Doyley, thanks for your time, mate.
Yeah,
tonight.
Thank you very much, Cedric. So it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely, folks. And I hope you enjoyed the game there, folks. And the commentary by Doyley and Seti. Mate, look, we'll certainly hope to see you in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.
I'll do it. I'll do it and make you hear